Bro, I'm gonna tell you exactly what to eat to basically always have energy, always be in a relatively good mood unless something detrimental happens, and actually feel good, actually feel like yourself, actually feel high testosterone, high energy, no lethargy throughout the day. You don't have to nap after meals. Because if you have to nap after meals, and the people who eat a big meal and then have to nap for 2 hours, that is not how it's supposed to be, my friend. You know that you're doing something wrong if you have to nap throughout the day. You're not supposed to nap, bro. You're supposed to be a fucking creature that's awake by day. You hunt by day. You're not nocturnal. You sleep by night, but you're awake during the day. And it should tell you something if what we consume as a species makes us so tired. Don't you think that's a defense mechanism from our body? Don't you think that's a defense mechanism from our gut microbiome, which is labeled by scientists and researchers, biologists, as our second brain, by the way? Our gut microbiome, if your gut microbiome was messed up, your brain is messed up. Depression can come purely from your gut microbiome. Anxiety can come purely from your gut microbiome. So if you're shoveling in seed oils, processed shit, and refined sugars, man, then no wonder you feel like a piece of shit all the time. If you're that guy who stacks up on supplements, wasting your money on supplements, you're a fucking idiot. You need to start actually eating the animal that gives you these nutrients instead of supplementing it. You actually think the bioavailability of supplements is the same as actually eating the animal? There are these fucking idiots out there who supplement everything and waste their money on like a stack of this is my supplement stack. What the fuck? Bro, just fix your diet. It's gonna be the same, if not even cheaper, and you're gonna actually not waste your money because supplements, you think they're the same bioavailability than actually eating animals or animal food or any food which contains these nutrients? No, your body cannot absorb it as well. It's not the same, and studies prove this. I'm not just saying this, like, this is anecdotal and imperial. Okay, the concept I want you to adapt before I even start is eating for nutrition. Fuck your macros. Stop with all this bullshit macro advice. As long as it fits your macros. What? Not every calorie is the same, and especially not every macro is the same either. If you eat like pork, like the lowest quality pork, and then you replace that protein and fat of that pork with like a high quality beef, like a ribeye steak, you really think that's the same? Fuck you. First of all, pork is shit. It's probably the worst animal you can eat next to chicken. You want to stick with beef, like I said. So eat for nutrition. Right? If you eat for nutrition, you will be unstoppable. You think our ancestors had all this sprayed, pesticide-ridden fucking food with antibiotics in it? No. They had actual nourishing food with its entirety, bro. That's why they were such animals and their testosterone was so high. Our generation of men, you probably heard this if you watch Hamza, he says this all the time. Why do you think it's not only because of the screens, it's also because of what we put in our body, man? Even if you live a healthy diet, it's still twice as bad as back in the day healthy diet, because everything you eat is low quality. You need to focus on high quality, nutritious food. Now, let's get to the most important part before I even get into the steps. Stay the fuck away from seed oils, okay? Seed oils is stuff like sunflower oil, rapeseed oil, canola oil, soybean oil, all of those, right? Refined plant oils, okay? Did you know they have to perfumate the oil before shipping it out for sale because it smells so fucking chemical and toxic to humans? They perfumate it. It oxidizes. They create this oil by oxidizing it. It's literal poison. And if you look at the graph in the US of obesity rates and heart disease rate and just in general sickness, it's when the studies came out, which were funded by Kellogg's, when those studies came out, promoting seed oils as a healthy alternative to animal fats, right? Which we now know is bullshit. We know saturated fat doesn't cause heart disease. We know this now. But if you look at the study, it's like this, yeah? These studies come out funded by Kellogg's. I can link a video in the description. He goes in detail on this. Seed oils is the #1 food item you want to avoid at all times. It messes with your gut, meaning it messes with your brain. It messes with your performance, your energy, your cognitive state, everything, okay? Look into this. The video would be too long, but do not eat seed oils. And everything contains seed oils. Look at the packaging. If it has seed oils, bro, I suggest you stay away. okay? And this is if you're actually serious about this, follow my advice. Like, this is some elite shit. You might think I'm taking it too serious, right? But I don't follow it all the time, okay? This is what I try to stick to 100% of the time, but I cheat on my diet. Absolutely, I cheat on my diet, okay? It's situational. It's just, if you know this and you want to pull through with it for 2 weeks, do it and come back and tell me how you feel after 2 weeks of following this. So I'm gonna tell you exactly what to eat. And why am I the right person to tell you this? You might be wondering, who the fuck is this guy, right? I've had Crohn's disease since I was 15. And that's an autoimmune disease which sits in your digestive tract. Now, doctors, they're old and stupid. They don't know that using food to your advantage, like as medicine, because what you've put in your body, obviously, especially when it's concerned with your digestion, has an effect in how you feel. We all know this, but doctors are idiots, and sometimes they just want to sell you medication, right? So you keep coming back and keep paying hospital bills. So I had to myself experiment years. I'm 22 now, right? So that's 6 years with my diet. I fine-tuned it. I've tried everything, bro. I've done more research than you probably will ever do in your life about nutrition because I had to. And over the time, I became actually interested in nutrition, okay? It wasn't just like I have to do it. I actually, like, it's something that interests me a lot, and I still optimize day to day. I am an expert. I can confidently say I am an expert, and I know more than 99% of the people I speak with, because there's this type of nutritional knowledge which is like here, yeah, the iceberg, like the tip, okay? But there is all of this, bro. I went through all of this. There's all of this. Let me start out with something controversial, which you might be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Don't stop eating vegetables. You know how they say, eat your greens, vegetables are healthy. Vegetables are a product of agriculture. Vegetarians always brag with, oh, gladiators, they were vegan, they had a vegan diet. First of all, they didn't have a vegan diet, they ate animal products from time to time. Second of all, the people in the fucking street eating shit for breakfast, they also had a vegan diet. That doesn't mean they were healthy. Third of all, gladiators had a lifestyle that is uncomparable to modern lifestyle. Their genetics were in a completely different state. They didn't need to fine-tune their diet or because they had nature. They were grounded 24/7. They had vitamin D 24/7. They were actually out. They weren't glued to screens or shit like that, which fucks with their biology. And what they ate was starch, carbs, okay? Not plants. They didn't eat broccoli, okay? They ate some mushrooms and mainly barley, which is like a type of grain, and what was that other? And like beans, yeah, mungo beans or some shit. That's what they ate for energy. So when you hear green smoothies or berry smoothies, which is literally just fruit sugar, which is worse than normal sugar for your digestion, unless it's combined with the fiber of the actual fruit. That's why fruit juices are absolutely horrible for you. They're as bad as sodas. Why you don't want to eat so many fucking vegetables like they tell you to do. They want you to eat vegetables, okay? You do not want to eat vegetables because you do not want to eat anti-nutrients, and you do not want to eat pesticides. They spray their vegetables, even organic, with pesticides, which are very damaging for your body. Some vegetables come shipped in a container and it gets stored for years in a container. You're eating year-old vegetables in some cases. A lot of vegetables are genetically modified to actually be palatable to humans, like bananas. If you go out and look at a banana in nature, you cannot really eat it. Monkeys, they eat it. They can eat it. You can't really eat it. It's bitter and it's gross and there's barely any fruit in it, okay? Now, I'm not saying we don't genetically modify meat and eggs. We do that too. But if you follow my next step, then you will have no problem with that. Vegetables are in itself very inflammatory, okay? And you might be thinking, what is he saying? I heard all this contradictory information of green smoothies and superfoods. There's no such thing as superfoods, bro. What is a superfood? And what most people get wrong, you don't want to add constantly to your diet. You don't want to add this superfood and that superfood. You want to reduce things that are taxing for your system and for your liver and for your digestion. If you have all these things and your body's trying to like digest everything at once, and it's most of it is not even food that we're supposed to eat, like a lot of plants are, then of course you're gonna have inflammation throughout your body, man. And the reason for anti-nutrients is plants have defense chemicals in them for bugs and stuff like that, for predators who try to eat them. They have toxins in them. It's their way of defending themselves, just like a bear would defend himself with fucking claws. Okay, it's nature's way to defend life. So that's number one. Don't eat too many vegetables, especially stay away from green vegetables. Because of anti-nutrients, pesticides, low bioavailability, they go right through you. It's a lie. You know, it's just like breakfast is a lie, eating low fat, that's a lie, or drinking 3 glasses of milk per day, that's a lie. You need to realize that it's more than surface level. What you can actually eat, you want to fill up on organic, high quality animal foods. And I know this is like the pretty standard advice you hear nowadays too. But most people still get it wrong because they do like chicken. Why do you do chicken, bro? Because you want to stay lean? Because it has the least amount of fat? That's not how it works. Chicken does not just have the least amount of fat. It has the least amount of nutrients. It has the highest amount of omega-6 fatty acids, which are inflammatory, once again. It's the least digestible. It has the least amount of B vitamins. What you want to eat instead is beef. Just beef, okay? If you can focus on beef, or if you're eating chicken right now, switch it up with beef. Always. Always eat protein. If you want to eat an animal, eat beef. Fish is good too. But you want to stay away from big fish or white fish. You want to eat the pink fish and the small fish. So the only big fish you can eat is salmon. But you have to buy organic or wild caught. Otherwise, farmed salmon, they eat a lot of mercury throughout their days of living. So you're basically consuming mercury. And you're consuming a high dosage of omega-6 once again, which is inflammatory. You don't want to have omega-6, you want to have omega-3. Now salmon is still relatively good if you buy good quality salmon, which is very expensive. So I suggest you buy canned small fish, bro. If you can get your hands on like high quality sardines, your testosterone will fucking double. Trust me. If you can get your hands on like mussels or mackerel in a can, you can eat those every day and you will sleep better, your hormones will be so much better, you will build muscle better, your skin will look so much better, you will have a glow on your face, okay? There's so many omega-3 fats in there. There's so much calcium because you're actually consuming the whole animal. It's like taking a cow and shrinking it to the size of a fish. You're eating all of the cow. Imagine how nutrient dense that would be. Oysters are so good. You can cover your week's zinc recommended intake with like 5 oysters, right? Besides fish, you can eat eggs, but also go high quality, organic, and the one, I only know the German name, but you want the one where they run around in the grass, all right? And if you can afford it, then also do that with cows. If you buy cows, try to go for organic, grass-fed beef. That's the best. Now I know a lot of you are students, and that might seem unaffordable, but at least twice a week. Trust me. You will thank yourself. You will be able to earn more money because you will have unlimited energy. I have unlimited energy, and I'm not kidding. And I was always an individual. I didn't have high testosterone. My father didn't have high testosterone. I created this high testosterone, okay? I'm euphoric throughout most of the day. Now, of course, that's also my habits, my dopamine detoxing. It's all that, right? It's my healthy lifestyle, but it's like 50% is just my diet. Leave a comment if you want my exact diet, bro. I can create like a PDF and then send it to, if there's enough requests, I can send it to anyone who asks. So, okay, I'm telling you something right now. This is a life hack. If you want to triple your testosterone for real, no bullshit, no ashwagandha, no whatever, no nofap. If you want to actually triple your test, you have to eat testicles. Yeah. If you're a top G, bro, you know about this. But if you can stomach it, if you can train yourself to eat testicles, goat testicles in particular, it makes sense. Of course you're gonna have higher testosterone. You're basically eating testosterone, in a sense. I don't know exactly how that works, but I know that increasing your test with goat testicles works. Secondly, liver, the most nutritious food on the entire planet. If you can get high quality beef liver, nothing else, just beef liver, then I don't know what to tell you, but you will outcompete everyone. You will be stronger, faster, more energetic, more quick-witted. You can think on the spot. You have unlimited energy. You don't have to sleep. I barely have to sleep anymore. I still want to sleep like 8 hours because I know it's better than 6, but I could do 6. Oftentimes I wake up, like I'm sleeping, I wake up, I'm wide awake, bro. So yeah, eat liver. I haven't gotten around to finding a good source yet, but I have like, there's like high quality liver paste which I buy, but it's not nearly as good as liver. It's just like what I can get here right now. If you can't do liver, I understand. For many people it's undoable, but try it, bro. For me it's not even that bad. And if you can reap the benefits and actually make them to good use, my brother, you're gonna be fucking flying. Trust me. Next, I'm gonna get to carbs, and then I'm gonna get to some things which you think are healthy, which are not actually healthy, and I will tell you why. So, the best carbs to eat would be potatoes, because potatoes have the highest mineral content, which is something people overlook. You wanna max out your minerals, not just nutrients, not macros. What the fuck? Fuck your macros. Minerals, nutrients, and micronutrients, all that, okay? Max all that out, all right? And keep your fats high, your healthy fats and your proteins. Keep those high. Carbs, whatever you want to do, whatever you feel best on. Eat as many or as little as you want. They're also very dense food. They're like tight, right? They have a lot of mass, which means it will absorb other food. You can digest protein better if you eat it with carbs and fats. It's the package, okay, the package deal. It also means it will keep everything flowing in your stomach. It will keep the gut microbiome healthy and moving, basically. That's why you want to actually eat carbs. Eating no carbs is not a great idea. But besides for your brain, it's fantastic for your brain, but for overall health, you want to integrate some carbs. White rice is good. Brown rice, I don't know. I'm not a fan. It's not as good, well digestible. I get more tired. White rice is like easy. You can just shovel it in. You get energy. It's empty. It's pretty much empty. It doesn't have many nutrients. It has some, okay? It has some nutrients like vitamins, but minerals are pretty low. But it's also, once again, very dense, and it keeps your gut moving, okay? It keeps your gut microbiome healthy, and it helps digest food. It helps absorb food in your gut, and it keeps your gut flora healthy and moving. White bread, to contrary belief, is pretty good. Besides the gluten in itself is kind of shit. You should avoid that. But if you hate potatoes or rice, you can eat white bread, or also like whole grain sourdough bread, also good. But you need to check the ingredients, because sometimes they put sugar in that shit, and sometimes they put oil in that shit, like sunflower oil. Then you don't want to eat that, trust me. Don't want to eat that then. All right? Oatmeal is actually not great. It's not that easily digestible. I'm not a fan of oatmeal. Like after oatmeal, I feel stupider, I feel slower. I don't know, I don't like it. It's not great. Sauerkraut is also good for your microbiome. Anything fermented is really good for your gut microbiome. Now we get to fats, okay? Fats are so important. If you do a low-fat diet, you are committing castration. You're cocking your hormones, especially testosterone. Eat as many fats as you want, my friend, as long as they are these three: butter or ghee, olive oil, and coconut oil. Fantastic. As much as you want. But do not cook with olive oil. Olive oil has the lowest point of all these fats for oxidization. If it heats up, it oxidizes, and it's poison. It's almost as bad, not as bad as seed oils, but it's the same oxidization which makes seed oils so damaging. So don't heat up olive oil. Drizzle it on your food afterwards or on a salad. But don't eat low fat, and eat high fatty foods. Fatty cuts of meat, fatty fish, coconut. You can just eat coconut, bro. It's so good for you. You can have nuts, but get them organic too. Otherwise they have a fuck ton of pesticides once again. And eat fats with every meal, because there's something called fat soluble vitamins, all right? Which means these are vitamins which are fat soluble. They're only absorbed by your body through the intake of fat. So if you're a moron eating, like I said, chicken breast and broccoli with like this spray, this Pam spray of seed oils, which you spray your pan with, So to recap once again, bro, eat high quality organic, mostly animal foods like beef, eggs, small fish, canned fish, organ meats, and some dairy stuff. You can have like cheese if it's high quality, yogurt, stuff like that, okay? Load up on potatoes and any kind of rice, but white rice is the best. You can also do bread. Use fats with every meal. There's something called fat-soluble vitamins, which means these are vitamins which can only be absorbed by your body efficiently with combination with fat. So if you're eating like lean chicken with broccoli, but no fat, those people are idiots. Those people are absolute idiots. They're like wasting no wonder they get shredded, because they're not actually getting in any nutrients and any calories. Okay, but they're still training. So they have the muscle, but they lose all the fat because they're just deteriorating, all right? Anyway, that's what the celebrity died. Chicken and broccoli is so stupid because they're all on roids, right? They're all on steroids, but their contract has them say, do not tell others you're on steroids. So because they don't know anything about nutrition, they're told, yeah, just say it's chicken and broccoli if they ask you about your diet. Just say that. So they're like, yeah, chicken and broccoli, guys, then you can look like me. Chicken and broccoli. Idiots, they're all stupid. So yeah, butter, olive oil, coconut oil, those three, focus on those. Things that are not healthy, but you think they might be healthy. Fruit juices. Did you know fruit juice is actually worse for you than a soda? If you separate the fructose from the actual fruit, you're separating the fiber, the nutrients, all that shit, which makes the fructose actually digestible and tolerable for your body. If you remove all that, you just drink the fruit juice, it's pure sugar, and it's actually more damaging than normal sugar. Fructose is more damaging than sucrose, I think it is. Okay? So stay away from fruit juice at all costs. It's garbage. Veganism, okay? So most vegans, they don't know what veganism is. They think they're saving the planet and they're saving the animals, but they're killing themselves. So I don't know what that does good for anyone, all right? Second of all, the planet is saved by regenerative farming, not by buying a bunch of plastic shit products, supporting modernized veganistic ideologies. They're horrible. You're still doing more for the environment. If you nourish yourself, you respect the cycle of life and death, and you integrate regenerative farming, which means buying locally, going to farms, buying the animals from these farms, supporting the farmers so that they can care more for their animals, so they can expand their farms. We need to get away from mass farming, all right? We need to get away from greenhouse shit. I agree, absolutely. But you can do veganism just as wrong as you can do killing animals and eating them, okay? If you eat store-bought meat every evening, all right? Then, yeah, it's not great. It's horrible for your health and for the planet and for the animals. But if you're going to a farm where you see the cow, or it doesn't even have to be like that extreme. If you're going to an organic farm with actual passionate farmers and you're supporting that, that is the best thing you can do. If you eat mock meats, you need to mock meats. What we need to do, bro, we don't need veganism to save the planet. Because if we don't actually fight back against the control slave mindset and the matrix, then it's gonna be too late for that anyway. Okay? We need to all consume liver and fucking fight, all right? We need to consume oysters. We need to get strong. We need to become warriors, my friend. We don't need to sit there and be like, hey, I'm an activist, by the way. I don't eat meat to support the planet. You are doing nothing. You're one individual, but what you're doing is actually just making others weak. You're making people weak. You're doing exactly what they want. They want us weak. They don't want us consuming liver and animal products because it makes us strong and it makes us connect with nature and our biology, and that makes us independent thinkers. Why do you think they killed, or they put Socrates in prison and then killed him? Because he was inflicting this type of information that I'm spewing right now on the impressionable masculine youth. And the masculine youth starts revelations. That's why they shut up Andrew Tate. That's why they shut up Hamza on Instagram. They banned him. They silenced these people. And mark my words, I am scared for Andrew Tate. I think he's going to get killed. Buy some liver, bro. Buy some liver, bro, and join this. Join the movement.